Thank you. Well, to give a very brief introduction, I've been doing play therapy for almost 20 years. I'm a licensed mental health counselor and a PhD level counselor here in the United States, and I am a professor at SUNY Oswego, which is a state school in New York State where I teach counselors who are going to either be working in the community or the schools, and we also train school psychologists. So those are who my students typically are. With that being said, today we're really going to focus on ethics in play therapy. And the way that I took this on was I really looked at what things are particular to working with children ethically, but also what are they in working using play therapy approach. Does that change the nature of how we see ethics and the challenges that come up? So there are two things that I thought were very important that we consider. One is that play therapy is considered a specialty or a secondary profession, which means that when we're following ethical guidelines, they don't come from our identification as play therapists, they come from our identifications with our primary profession, be that social work or mental health counselor or psychologist. So the first thing that we need to do is just recognize that our ethics may be different among play therapists, or at least the ethical guidelines we follow may be different among play therapists because our primary professions are different. And then the other consideration that I think is really important is, as child-centered play therapists, we have a very specific approach to our work with children, and that approach may mean that we interpret or understand the ethical guidelines different than somebody who, say, their approach to play therapy is cognitive behavioral or Jungian sand play therapy. So that's the filter that I looked at this through. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to just cover what, in general, when you look at the research, what are the goals of ethics? What are we trying to do by being ethical in our work? And then what I'm going to do is take this list of goals and go through them from a child-centered play therapy perspective. So just to list out the goals, and again, this is available in the PowerPoint as well, is that it is an ethical goal to promote the welfare of our consumers, to maintain competency, to do no harm, of course, to help protect confidentiality and privacy, which is a unique experience when you are working with minors, because it seems that their rights of confidentiality and privacy take on a different light. To be responsible, to avoid exploitation, to uphold the reputation of the occupation with appropriate